Well, good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Grant Olson is away this evening. I'm Jefferson Robbins. We've got a lot of news for you as we start the first weekend of February. But before we get to those stories, let's take a quick look outside our trusty weather window. This is the picture for today from Omi Gardens on the local Tel Sky-Fi cam. Nice and wet, nice and green, but the overall picture is going to be a snowy one for the higher elevations around the Wenatchee Valley this coming weekend. Some of our mountain communities are under a winter storm warning until Saturday morning. Eric Granstrom is going to be along later with your full weather outlook, but in the meantime, get ready for some mountaintop snow. If that's in your picture, some skiing might be in order. Now, a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A week-long health scare at Central Washington University comes to a fortunate conclusion. School officials are asking for an outside look at their changing student population. And a veteran living with the injuries of war looks ahead to a new chapter. But first, our top story tonight. A Douglas County dog owner is in custody tonight after allegedly admitting his animals mauled a jogger 2 weeks ago up No. 2 Canyon outside Wenatchee. Timothy Dale Houston, who's 62 years old, told police he parked on the Canyon Road outside of Wenatchee on January 23rd and let his 4 dogs out while he took a nap. He awoke to find his dogs attacking a woman who had jogged past his car. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies said the dogs badly mauled the victim, and Houston drove her to Central Washington Hospital but refused to stand by while she received treatment. Once they identified Houston on January 28th, animal control officers seized all 4 dogs from his home on Badger Mountain. He faces a likely criminal charge of owning a vicious dog. The attack victim required at least 60 stitches for multiple bite wounds and nearly lost 1 ear. Houston was booked into jail Thursday in the Chelan County Regional Justice Center. A Central Washington University student has tested negative for the much-feared 2019 novel coronavirus. The Kittitas County Health Department announced last week that the student, who recently traveled to China, was being isolated and tested after displaying flu-like symptoms at the Ellensburg campus. There have been 638 deaths attributed to the virus in China, with most in the Hubei province. There have been 12 confirmed cases in the United States, but no deaths. Well, the Wenatchee School District may hire a demographic consulting firm to get a handle on its student population. A proposal at the board's February 11th meeting will ask whether to hire Davis Demographics of Riverside, California, on a $19,500 contract. In a board workshop last week, Business and Finance Director Larry Mayfield said the district has been making assumptions about its future student population based largely on historical trends.
What they will do is they will break our school enrollment zones into subgroups and then do projections based on that. So, and what that will do is it'll tell us where we're having growth and also tell us where we might want to maybe change borders in the future. And so it kind of gives us that other look.
Now, if approved, Superintendent Paul Gordon says the Davis contract could help inform strategic planning for Wenatchee schools, including how much money to ask for in future bond proposals. An unidentified elderly man was killed in an early morning travel trailer fire in Royal City this morning. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says firefighters responding about 4 a.m. to the blaze in the 3100 block of Road 13 Southwest found the trailer fully engulfed. They found the man's body inside after the fire was extinguished. The county coroner is working to confirm the identity of the man while the Grant County Fire Marshal investigates the cause of the blaze. Now, coming up, a lawsuit that spun out of the destructive Sleepy Hollow fire has come to an end. A pedestrian can now sue over traffic injuries she suffered more than a decade ago, and a local center serving the elderly makes its way to a new home. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back. In other news tonight, the packaging company that burned in the 2015 Sleepy Hollow fire was not at fault for damage to a neighboring fruit warehouse. That decision comes from the State Court of Appeals, upholding a 2018 Chelan County verdict in which insurers for Bluebird sued Michelson Packaging. Embers from the fire in the Wenatchee foothills ignited cardboard that was stored at Michelson, and the flames then spread to destroy the neighboring Bluebird warehouse. Both courts ruled that Michelson was not negligent and took all required precautions against a fire hazard. On Thursday, that same higher court reinstated a lawsuit against the city of East Wenatchee, brought by a woman who was struck by a car 11 years ago. Jennifer Curtin was just 14 and suffered major injuries when a motorist struck her while she was walking across Grant Road near North Georgia Avenue. The city installed a crosswalk at that point a year later. Curtin and her family sued in 2016, saying the city knew of the hazards and should have acted sooner for pedestrian safety. Chelan County Superior Court Judge Kristen Ferreira dismissed the lawsuit based largely on the 7-year gap between the accident and the time it was filed. But the Court of Appeals now says Curtin can sue to recover damages. The case will come back to Chelan County for further review. Well, Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington is moving to a new East Wenatchee location. The state-funded agency that provides services to seniors and vulnerable adults with disabilities says they have outgrown their current offices at number 50 Simon Street. On March 16th, they'll be moving into the renovated Eastmont Plaza on 9th Street, across from East Wenatchee City Hall. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has been serving the Wenatchee Valley for about 20 years. And you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, Steve Hare sits down with a veteran who's navigating life after the loss of his legs. And Eric Granstrom is here with your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come, so please stay with us.
Reinventing FaceTime here at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, a new family-owned and operated business located in the heart of downtown Wenatchee. Owner Andrew Vickery brings forth years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spa. Let us help you add hydrotherapy to your already healthy lifestyle.
People are really skeptical of our industry. They have been sold products, they have been sold policies they either don't need, don't understand, confusing. I understand that. We are more about the process and the people. Our SFG Roadmap is designed to take care of all of those concerns. For those that have questions about their retirement, we would love the opportunity to sit down and chat with you.
Come Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
This is Caitlin Hedershe, the producer of the NCWLIFE Magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCWLIFE Magazine right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Michael Bouillas knows about perseverance. The wounded U.S. Army Ranger who lives in Orondo continues a long and arduous recovery after losing both legs in a roadside bomb attack in northern Iraq. On a new segment of In Focus with Steve Hare, Bouillas talks about his memories of that blast and his hopes to raise seed money to develop a line of clothing for disabled vets.
They said it was huge from the people who had witnessed it. Later told me it was just the biggest one they'd ever seen. Wow. And it lifted our vehicle, I think it's a 19-ton vehicle, lifted it up off the ground like 20 feet, blew off all the wheels and tires and the engine out of the vehicle. If you can imagine, it's hard to put in perspective, but that's a huge explosion. Yeah. And then it had left a hole about this big under where I was, directly under where I was standing. Researching it, it's not all money. You know, there's a lot of, you got to surround yourself with good people and people who know what they're doing. Lawyers, there's trademarking, there's a lot of things that go into it. While I get taken care of pretty well, I don't have the kind of money to support all those things right this minute. So, I need lawyers, people with expertise. I just started the GoFundMe because all these things cost money.
Well, it's finally Friday. We got just about what we're expecting. Maybe not quite as much rain here for the Wenatchee Valley as we look outside the weather window. Yeah, that cloud cover just kind of hung out today and really drug its heels about getting out of here. We saw a little bit of clearing in the afternoon. We're going to see a lot more of that coming up by the weekend. But calm conditions, not a lot of moisture, and fairly mild temperatures. In fact, let's take a look at what we had as far as weather is concerned today. 43 are high here for the Wenatchee Valley. The overnight low happened at about 2 o'clock this morning of 34 degrees. The normal is at 39 this time of year, 27 the low, so we're a little warmer on the upside, a little cooler, or a little warmer on the downside too. The record high temperature, boy, that was quite a stretch of warm weather we had a couple of years ago in 2018, 60 degrees. The record high, I don't know if we're ever going to beat that. The record low set in 1969 of 3 degrees. So we're used to the chilly, not so much the warm. We got 0.07 of an inch of rain over the last 24 hours. That gives us a total for 2020 of 1.18 inches. No new snowfall, but boy, are they expecting snow in the mountains with a winter storm warning through the afternoon tonight into the evening and through tomorrow morning, maybe 10 to 20 inches of snow expected above 3,000 feet. Our sun rose this morning at 7:19. The sunset tonight at 5:11. Now, as we take a look at our forecasted temperatures for tomorrow, we're going to wake up to clouds and fog, maybe a little bit of rain, but then we're going to sweep things away and get sunny in the afternoon. 50 for Moses Lake, 48 in Ephrata, Quincy at 48, Ellensburg at 44, 47 for the Wenatchee Valley, 47 as well in Cashmere, 45 in Leavenworth, 40 in Lake Wenatchee. As we head up the valley, we're looking at 45 at Entiat, 46 in Chelan, and for our friends up in Omak, 43 degrees. Now, let's put the surface loop in motion. You're going to see these bands runs through here tonight. That might give us some wind overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, kind of usher the clouds away. We're going to see that moisture come in and slam up against the Cascades. We're in this band here right around us where there's snow that's falling in the Cascades along the northern reaches and then down along the Idaho Panhandle. For us, though, we're kind of in that banana belt. And here we go with Saturday nights and clear and cool and not much happening. We get a high pressure system that's centered up over British Columbia here. That's going to keep things fairly mild. We're going to see one pattern that's going to come in off the coast by the mid or latter part of next week. But it's going to skate down the coast and not affect us here in eastern Washington. Look at this. We have just some cool air that comes down in the nighttime, but otherwise mostly dry conditions and also not a lot of wind to speak of. So if you're a boater and you've been itching to get out, it might be a time to get out this weekend with mostly sunny and dry conditions. And check it out. I was able to spin this ahead to see if there's anything that might be coming anytime soon as we get through Monday. We're looking at sunny and dry conditions. Tuesday the same. Wednesday, look at this. We've got this system that's going to come in off the coast. It's going to come down this way and then sag down, but then nothing really happening here for eastern Washington all the way through next week and into the weekend. See, there it goes. It's going to just slip right away and continue with fairly mild conditions and a high pressure system right here in eastern Washington. All right, let's check that forecast now for the Wenatchee Valley and north central Washington. It's presented by Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Well, here we go. The chance of rain continuing overnight tonight, not 80%. That was earlier today. We might get an increased chance of showers as we continue on. 33 the overnight low tonight, so not too far away from us. We're expecting that to be snow, especially above 3,000 feet with lots of snow falling. Winter storm watch still in effect. Tomorrow we're going to wake up to a little bit of rain in the morning, maybe some fog, although see that sunshine right there. That's going to come in later in the day tomorrow. A high of 46. The low on Saturday night, 26. And then look at this sunshine we have for the extended forecast all the way through next week with dry conditions, fairly warm with high temperatures in the middle 40s. Nighttime lows hovering around 30 degrees, so a little frost on the window in the morning. Otherwise, beautiful weather. And again, maybe Saturday, Sunday next before we see a change in this pattern. So enjoy it while we have it. That's your forecast from Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling here on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay tuned. I'll have your sports news on the way next.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
It's a marvelous markdown at Sangster Buick GMC.
Hi, Corey Sangster, and we're ending the year with a bang. Take advantage of employee pricing on a great selection of new Buick and GMCs. 2019 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew SLT with savings over $11,000. Or this 2019 Buick Encore all-wheel drive up to $7,000 off. Or choose employee pricing. Before you buy, compare price, service, and selection.
December is a marvelous markdown at Sangster Buick GMC or SangsterMotors.com.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy finally Friday to you. Philip Petrozev scored 21 points as number 2 Gonzaga beat Loyola Marymount 85-67 Thursday night for its 16th consecutive win. They had 5 players in double figures. Zags improved to 24-1 overall, their 36th consecutive home win, the longest active streak in the nation. Saeed Pridgett finished with 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals to propel Montana past Eastern Washington 92-82. That was last night. Also last night, Jaron Lucas came off the bench to score 27 points to lead Central Washington over visiting Montana State Billings 67-56. On the women's side last night, despite getting 13 points from Kennedy Dickey, Eastern Washington fell at home to Montana 77-56. Cassidy Malcolm pumped in 24 points, and Samantha Bowman chipped in 18 off the bench as Central Washington beat Alaska Fairbanks 91-69. And Jill Townsend scored 17 points. Jen Worth had a double-double, and number 11 Gonzaga pulled away in the second half to beat Pacific 83-65 for its 21st straight win. On the college women's schedule for this weekend, beginning tonight, Pac-12, where Washington hosts Colorado and Utah visits Washington at 7. Saturday, Eastern Washington plays at Montana State at 1. Number 11 Gonzaga is on the road at St. Mary's at 2. Wenatchee Valley Lady Knights have a 2 o'clock game at Blue Mountain. Also, Central Washington will host Alaska Anchorage Saturday night at 6. Then on Sunday, Colorado plays at Washington, while Washington State hosts Utah at noon. On the men's side of the ledger, it is Saturday action. Eastern hosts Montana State at 2:05. Wenatchee Valley tips it up with Blue Mountain at 4. Then on 7 o'clock on ESPN, number 2, Gonzaga plays at St. Mary's. High school basketball last night on the girls' side, Haley Van Lith scored 27 points. Grace Hammond pumped in 17. Kashmir beat Cascade 73-14. Also in girls play, Wilson Creek edged Antioch 48-41. On the boys' side last night, Sam Phillips scored 19 points, while Carter Alberts had 12. It led Kashmir over Cascade 61-41. On the prep schedule for today, Wenatchee is over at the University Place at State Bowling Championships at Narrows Plaza. They began the regular games earlier today. They're still going on. Bakers start tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Panthers trying to keep the state championship trophy right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Eastmont won the last 3. Wenatchee won it back in 2016. Good luck to Kyla Hankins, Jaden Thompson, Kayla Musgrove, Mackenzie Monroe, Alicia Ferguson, and Kaylee Rich. Go Panthers. District wrestling across the region. 4 tournaments today and tomorrow. CWAC Boys District Tournament in Ellensburg today and tomorrow. The Big 9 districts are at Davis today and tomorrow. District 6 Girls Tournament at Wenatchee High School today and tomorrow. And beginning tomorrow at 10 o'clock, it's Caribou Trail League Championship at Cascade High School. Coming up on the girls' prep schedule for today, we have a game right here. Eastmont hosting Davis, and we'll have it live on our NCWLIFE Facebook page live. It'll be on TV at about 6:30 tonight. Also, Big 9 played tonight. Wenatchee's at Eisenhower, and Moses Lake travels to West Valley. In the CWAC, Ephrata is at Wapato, while Quincy is on the road at Toppenish. Omak hosts Chelan. Then at 6 o'clock, Central Washington B-League play. Manson hosts Brewster, while Waterville-Mansfield welcomes Bridgeport. Boys side, Ephrata and Othello get things started at 7:15. That's the same time for Quincy and Toppenish. Also at 7:15, Omak hosting Chelan. Eastmont celebrates senior night at 7:30. We've got that live on our Facebook feed. It'll be on TV at about 8 o'clock tonight. Wenatchee's at Eisenhower, while Moses Lake visits West Valley at 7:30. Also at 7:30, Brewster at Manson. Waterville-Mansfield hosts Bridgeport. Coming up tomorrow, Antioch travels to Wilbur Creston at 4:30. Manson hosts Oroville 6, while Waterville-Mansfield travels to Lake Roosevelt. That's on the girls' side. In boys' play tomorrow, Antioch and Wilbur Creston will tip it up at 6 o'clock. Oroville plays at Manson at 7:30. That's the same time for Waterville-Mansfield at Lake Roosevelt. Wenatchee Wild continues their road trip north of the border tonight. Wenatchee visits Surrey to face the Eagles at 7. Tomorrow, the Wild are in Langley to drop the puck at 7:15 against the Rivermen. Wenatchee returns home next week for its final 2 home games of the regular season on Friday against Vernon, Saturday against Chilliwack. Well, even though it's the middle of winter, the Apple Sox are thinking baseball on Sunday. Joel Norman has more on the Apple Sox Hot Stove Party.
Hi everyone, this is Joel Norman, the voice of the Wenatchee Apple Sox, and yes, it's still a little bit cold out, and we're a little under 4 months away from baseball season, but the Wenatchee Apple Sox are actually hosting a fun event this Sunday, and you're invited from 2 to 4 p.m. at Abby's Legendary Pizza in Wenatchee. We're having our annual Hot Stove Party. It's your chance to hear about some of the 2020 promotions, get a look at our schedule, and meet our head coach along with his coaching staff. It's the first time all 3 Members of our coaching staff will be in the same place. So come on out, Abby's Legendary Pizza from 2 to 4 this Sunday. It's free for season ticket holders and sponsors of the Apple Sox, but if you're not one of those, you're still allowed in for $15. We hope to see you Sunday.
If you want to find out more about the hot stove party for the Apple Sox up at Abby's in Wenatchee on Sunday, you can go to their website at applesox.com for more information. We'll see you with basketball tonight. We'll see you for the Apple Blossom Pageant coming up tomorrow. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Jefferson, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Been seeing a lot of that guy this week. He's been doing triple duty while Dan Kuntz has been on vacation, so I hope he gets some rest pretty soon. But it won't be this weekend, because when you tune in tomorrow night, Eric will be hosting NCWLIFE's live coverage of the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant. Those festivities begin at 6:30 p.m. with a special countdown to coronation, which will then be followed by the pageant. It's the official kickoff to the 2020 Apple Blossom Festival, but another special event, Chief for a Day, is taking shape as well. On Thursday, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office announced their chief, or sheriff in this case, for the April 23rd event. It'll be 6-year-old Carlos Brava Villegas, a first grader in Megan Springer's Sunny Slope Elementary class. Well, the pageant's not the only thing going on this weekend. If it's not on your radar, or even if it is, here's Megan McPherson, our producer, with this weekend's upcoming events.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The Red Cross will be holding a blood drive in the local Event Center at Pybus Public Market this Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can register to give ahead of time at redcrossblood.org. Kashmir High School Drama Department presents Shrek the Musical, which is being performed this Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Kashmir Middle School Auditorium. Tickets are $14 for adults and $8 for students and senior citizens, and may be purchased at the Kashmir High School office or at the door. Numerica Rails and Ales Festival is happening this Friday from 5:30 to 8. Snow and Terrain Park features from Mission Ridge will be brought down to Arrondo Avenue for an epic evening of skiing, snowboarding, music, and fun in the heart of downtown Wenatchee. Bring the family and come watch some of the best skiers and snowboarders in the state throw down in the Ski and Snowboard Rail Jam contest. There will be an outdoor beer garden featuring local craft beer and live music after the Rail Jam. And finally, Wenatchee Polar Plunge is this Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon at Walla Walla Point Park. Grab your friends, get your costumes, and make a splash to make a difference in the lives of individuals with intellectual disabilities. The Polar Plunge is a unique opportunity for individuals, organizations, and businesses to support Special Olympics athletes by collecting pledges and plunging into the Columbia River. Don't worry if you don't want to plunge. You can still raise funds, win prizes, and make a difference in the lives of countless local athletes without getting wet. Each participant must raise a minimum of $50 by plunge day. Register online. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Well, thank you so much, Megan. That's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or at our website, ncwlife.com. Remember also, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call, 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Grant Olson will be back on Monday. I'm going to give him a big hug. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
The two hottest pickups in America are at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. First, the Ram 1500 with back-to-back Truck of the Year awards from Motor Trend, and now the Car and Driver 10 Best list for 2020. They call it a luxury sedan with pickup capabilities. Ram is on a roll now with third-generation eco-diesel power. Next up, the Jeep Gladiator, also a 2020 10 Best model based on the new award-winning Jeep Wrangler. It has options and capabilities that no other truck can offer. Two more reasons when it comes to buying a truck: there's no reason to leave town.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.